It's night time, it's been raining, and we're in the tropical North Queensland rainforest. We are looking and searching for one of Australia's most invasive species.
Hey Matt, look what I found.
Yuck. That's right, that guy, the cane toad. Well, we better go look for some of them. This story begins a long time ago, so we need to travel back in time. The year was 1935 in a small town of Gordonvale just south of Cairns. Completely unaware of the environmental impact that lay ahead, over 100 of these pesky cane toads were released into these fields. The cane toad's job was to eat all the beetles that fed on the cane. Here we are in this small famous town of Gordonvale. It is home of the cane toad. 80 years on, that 100 or so toads has exploded. Now there's hundreds of millions of them. They are absolutely everywhere.
So, you might be thinking, what is the problem with the cane toad in our country? Well, if you look closely behind the back of the head, there are two poison glands, which means if almost any Australian animal tries to eat one of these guys, it will most certainly be their last meal.
So we know cane toads are poisonous, okay? An animal eats a cane toad, animal gets very sick, and potentially the animal will die. But what is the difference between poison and venom? Well, you see, poison has to be consumed. So the animal will eat the cane toad, and then it will die. Venom, however, has to be injected. So you've got a snake on the ground, you've got a spider, it bites, the venom goes in. So venom has to be injected, poison has to be swallowed. And that's a big problem. A lot of these native animals see the cane toad, think it's a frog. They've never come across it before. They eat it all up, poison gets into them, and they pass away.
This pristine environment right here is home to a massive array of native animals, such as the sunbird nest right here is beautiful. But since the cane toad has been introduced to Australia, some of these animals have struggled to survive. Here's a quick fact for you. There is one snake in Australia known as a keelback or freshwater snake that is completely immune to cane toad poison. And remember, cane toads have only been in Australia for 80 years. How cool is that?
As the sun goes down, the cane toad collection has begun, and Jack is getting right into it. So Jack's off running around trying to catch toads, and we've been very fortunate enough to spot this guy. Can you see him? He's very well camouflaged in. He's actually a northern leaf-tailed gecko. His head's down here, and his tail's up here. His tail, as you can see, looks just like a leaf. And on a tree like this, which is covered in moss and lichens, he will camouflage in incredibly well. He is arboreal, which means he has sharp claws and can climb trees. Fantastic stuff. He'd be running around here looking for those little insects.
A night out looking for toads has turned into a great memory of mine. First, we found a northern leaf-tailed gecko, and now Australia's longest snake, the scrub python, reaching incredible lengths of up to 6 meters long. This one here is actually quite small though. Usually you find them a lot bigger. What a find! We are very lucky, but the toads, since they've been introduced, animals like these, their numbers have dropped dramatically. So this is by far the biggest toad we've caught tonight. And we've caught about 50 toads, which means we've saved up to 50 native Australian animals. I call that a job well done. I mean, I really think this guy's a bit disgusting. found?
Yuck.
A night toad hunt. We've had a great night out here.
Hey Jack, come over here, mate. Have a look at this on a tree.
What am I looking at? Oh, nice leaf tail.